So the first thing you want to do before you install your Ring doorbell is press the doorbell and make sure it works. And then what you want to do is go to the breaker box, and in my case have somebody else yell as I did each breaker until I found the breaker. So now when I press the doorbell, it does not ring, the power is off. Make sure your power is off before you proceed. Well, your power to your doorbell. Remove the existing doorbell, and mine was just attached with 2 screws. And then you can see the wiring is now exposed on the rear of the old doorbell. So we're going to detach those 2 wires using a screwdriver. So now you can see the 2 doorbell wires have been detached, but obviously I was careful to make sure they didn't fall back into the cavity there. And the next step is that I took everything out of the box. You can see here I've got some screws with the anchors. Now these I will use because I'm mounting the brick. And you got these screws. You've got the screwdriver, the charger. You probably want to charge your Ring doorbell before you attach it. You got a user's guide, important information, and then of course the doorbell. And by the way, you can expand this video's description and then click the link there to find where to order this doorbell online. It came in a few different colors. I got this color to match the brick. You need to take the bracket off of the Ring doorbell. Now this is the mounting bracket that's going to go against the wall. And to do so, what I did, I kind of gently squeezed both sides and it popped off. So, and we'll get to this part of the installation, but it looks like after we install it, we'll probably use these 2 short screws to secure it to the mounting bracket so somebody wouldn't be able to quickly steal it. So let's go ahead and power on. We're going to power on the Ring doorbell. Power this puppy on. Actually, it may be powered on already. I'm going to go into the app and we're going to pair it. We want to make sure it works before we go to the time to install it. So the power button was actually this little orange button here on the back of the doorbell. And I'm covering up my code because I don't want y'all to try to hack me, man. Don't do that. So I'm covering up the code, but I powered it on. Now I'm going to pair it with the Ring app. I've already charged it. There's a little charging port, by the way. So now you can see using the Ring drill bit, see I placed this over this to mark. So that's the first hole right there, and it's got the anchor. And then of course you want to make sure this is level, and you're going to mark those other holes. So you pre-drill a hole with the Ring drill bit, and then you hammer in these little included wall anchors. But you want to mark them with a pen or a pencil so you got the holes precisely aligned and make sure this is level for a professional installation. And to mark a precise drill hole pattern, what I did, I used this black marker. You can see there's the first hole I drilled, and then there's the black mark, there's a black mark, and there's a black mark where I'm going to drill the 4 additional holes. Everything's level. Now that I've attached the 4 wall anchors and they're properly aligned as I mentioned, what we're going to do now is put the bracket on, paying attention to the orientation. This part up here with the hole is going to go towards the top, and you want to make sure those 2 wires go through the hole. And we're using these screws, the long screws, the 4 long screws. And now you can see I got the 4 screws tightened for the bracket, and I didn't use a power tool because I don't want to over tighten it. You don't want to break the bracket. But now it's nice and secure. So the next thing we're going to do is connect the wires to the back of the Ring doorbell. This right here is kind of a tight shot, but you can see I attached each wire to each screw, and I made sure they don't make contact with one another, because if you did, it could short it out. So now what I'm going to do is hook on the top. We're going to hook it on the top of the mounting bracket. So now that's hooked onto the mounting bracket, and I have not attached the other screws, the tiny screws, into the bottom yet to secure it, because what we're going to do now is turn the power on at the breaker. Now that we've finished the assembly, we can safely turn the power on at the breaker. So I tested the doorbell. It's receiving power as expected after I turned the breaker back on. And it's also, and you can choose the options when your Ring setup within the app continues, you can choose to use your indoor chime. So I'm using that, but I'm also going to put this chime in a far away room so if the doorbell rings, I can hear it. Now that I've tested everything, confirmed that it's charging through my doorbell wiring, I'm going to go ahead and attach these 2 tiny screws to the base of the unit. So you can see there's those 2 tiny screw holes. Now, if you were using the battery and you would be popping it on and off a lot, completely up to you, you may choose to not attach these screws, but I think this may better prevent someone from stealing the doorbell. See, it uses this little special screwdriver tip So, I mean, obviously it'd be easy for somebody to get one of these, but it may deter theft of your doorbell. So I'm going to attach these 2 screws and we'll be done. So there's the finished product. I think it looks great. And I'm glad I went with this color. And again, you can expand this video's description and then click the link there to find the Ring doorbell like I got. Now you could use this with batteries. You know, it's got a battery in it and you could pop it off and recharge it. But again, this, I wired mine up as you just saw with my doorbell wiring. So completely up to you how you want to do it. There's also solar panel options available. So again, expand this video's description and then click the link there and you can find it all there. Thanks for your viewership and I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe, ring that bell icon when you do, and check out all my other Ring videos too. I really love the Ring ecosystem. See you later. Hey y'all, Captain Irix Guy here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to subscribe. It's youtube.com/Irix Guy. And ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership and y'all have a good day.